Hey everyone, this is Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog, right guys, with another video review. This time I'm going to be bringing you my review for ConnectiCon 2014. Now this convention is not really an anime convention, it's actually more than that. This is what Time Enforcer Nubis said, a Omnicon, or basically everything in between. You got your video games, your anime, you have your steampunk, and your furries. You have everything you could ever think of in a geeky fashion rolled into one, and to create this epic thing we got going here. Now, with this, let's talk about one very key important thing, which is, of course,
location.
Yes, because location is a very key thing for a convention in general. Now, this is hosted in the Hartford Convention Center in downtown Hartford. Very easy to get to. The convention center is actually very convenient. There's only 3 main levels to it, which is basically, as far as like getting to know where to go, it's fairly easy, fairly simple. Everything's all connected to one thing via the stairway, the escalators, or the elevators, so you shouldn't be lost. The layout is very simple, because on your main level we got your registration, then your dealer's room, the game, like part like the tabletop gaming area, and like the mini small food court, which I'll elaborate. The second level, you got some other things going on here, including some panels, and there was like the small game area. And the third level is you got panels, events, panels. You get the picture. So with this, in mind, the parking is also very convenient. You have parking either in the garage or your hotel valet services, so there's no like, walk across, park a block or two away and then like walk your happy butt over there. No, parking is convenient. The pricing of it is not that bad, but the convention was offering a discount for those who did parked in the parking garage, which was actually really cool. Now, as far as the con offers, again, this is an Omnicon experience. You get a lot of things going for it, and it clearly showed in the panels, because there were a variety of panels to go to, which basically there was, like, depending on what kind of a person you are, like what kind of a thing what you're into, there was a panel there for you. There was no reason to avoid going to the panels, because there was something there that anyone can enjoy. For me personally, I enjoyed the Faku Q&A session. It was hilarious. It was very funny. And also the Beatdown Boogie Q&A session as well. Those guys are really, really awesome. Their guests here was a really good variety of guests. It reflected it. You had like a bit of everyone, from the video game industry to the anime industry to the cartoon industry, and even just popular community members like Team 4-Star, Beatdown Boogie, and some other things. You even had the original Black Power Ranger. Yeah, this con is going places. And of course, the events, they have some really key events, including I believe it was called the Cosplay Deathmatch. And he also had some other things too going for it as well. And especially the Rave is actually one of the best raves I've ever been to. It was just really awesome. Everyone was really into it. While the location of it was kind of small, but it didn't feel like it was overcrowded. There was just the right amount of people. The DJs were awesome. They did a fantastic job there. Just everyone was into it. Like, even when I was taking pictures and recording video, I was even dancing in my Panda outfit. And it's like the staff were dancing, the DJs were dancing, the people were dancing. Everyone was having a good time. And this, for Rave, you think, oh, the ones who are having a good time are basically, the DJs and the people partying. No, everyone was happy. Everyone was enjoying it, which is really awesome experience. Now, there are some negative things about this that I have to point out, including the convention was spread out into 2 to 3 different locations. Now, as far as the main convention center, right directly across and basically connected is the Marriott Hotel, which they did host the Rave, some events, and some other things, which wasn't that bad because it was literally right there, so why not? But apparently the game room was being hosted in another hotel, about a 5 to 10 minute walk, but a shuttle service was offered. I was hoping for the game room to be more at the convention center, so it'd be really convenient to go in and check out, oh hey, what games they have to offer. I hope they aim to fix this in the future, because I know they, it's an inconvenience, but it's kind of like a big inconvenience for me. As far as that goes, another thing is space utilization. in the dealer's room area, there was a clear line of empty tables, and it just kind of looked bad in a sense that you just like there was this guest and the empty tables. Basically, that was it. It was kind of like a clear line between the artist alley and the dealers, with the guests and just spare stuff. Also, the tabletop gaming area was big and great for its size, but I felt like, in my opinion, it was too big. Like, you know, they could have utilized some of the space better, but everyone has the right to their own opinion. Another thing to note is that the if you want to eat at this convention, expect to pay overpriced items with small amounts. Like, seriously, like bottles of soda were like $2 to $3, and it wasn't even the 20-ounce bottles. It was more of the smaller size ones. The food court in the convention center and the food stands were a complete joke. They were not even worth it. It was just, you were better off eating somewhere else. Thankfully, right across the way in the science center, they had a Subway, but it was packed. There was basically two lines: one to get your food and one to pay for your food, which was interesting. The good thing is that, you know, there are places to eat, like fast food joints and restaurants, but it's kind of a walk away, which, again, inconvenience-wise, but also, at least for, you know, there was, you know, at the hotel, there was a Starbucks, and, it's something to get you going throughout the day, and you can also do delivery as well if you were staying in the hotel, so it wasn't that bad. It was just really annoying, and the price of it did not justify for the food and the stuff that we were getting in the convention center. I didn't even pay for anything in the convention center as far as food goes, because I just avoided it basically, like the plague. Other things to note is that the dealer's room, if you're looking to buy stuff in there, there wasn't a lot of stuff to buy, basically. Like, you have your fair, you know, your just standard mix of, you know, dealers and artist alley folks, but it wasn't as much as I would like it to be. Like, I was going in there hoping to buy an anime on Blu-ray, but not many dealers were selling animes on Blu-ray. It was just DVD, manga, or just some other stuff. While they did offer a good bit of things, it wasn't as, variety and quality, like stuff like, Anime Boston, where, you can find everything in the dealer's room, basically. So that, kind of a negative aspect about it, but overall, as far as everything else goes, the people there were great. The staff were nice and friendly to me. This was my first time I was at a convention with a press badge. Like, I was literally going in, like, official. Like, they were really helpful. They were great. They were just nice. They were just really awesome, which was, helped out my experience. The cosplayers there, the community there, it was a big convention, but with a small convention connectivity feeling to it. Everyone was connected. Everyone was having fun. Everyone was, just happy. It was a really great experience. Something that, that some of the bigger conventions kind of lack in, just that sense of connectivity between you and the other people there. Other stuff to note is, my lasting impressions. The convention has came a long way from the college that they were in. I was, again, deeply amazed and kind of like dumbfounded at myself for not going to this convention sooner, basically. There is literally a lot going for it. This is a convention. If you are living in Connecticut, I would highly recommend it. Seal of approval. In the surrounding states, check it out. See what it's all about. It's another convention. It's a summertime convention to go to. I met people that were coming in really as far away as like Quebec, basically, which was really awesome for this convention. Now, I know that there were some negative to bad things that I pointed out for this convention, but because of the amounts of great experiences I had there, it was basically the bad turned into just annoyances, where the good clearly outweighed the bad. So overall, for this convention, for ConnectiCon 2014, I give it my full seal of approval that you should definitely, it is worth going to. If you only want to go to, if you're trying to go to all these different conventions, I recommend just go to it at least once and see what it has to offer, because I guarantee you're going to find something there that you're going to like. But again, I have to end this review video. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you check out my other ConnectiCon content here on my YouTube channel. Post down in my comments, what did you think of the convention center or the convention experience? Was my review justified? Or were there things that you liked and didn't like? Post it down. I like to hear other people's opinions. Also, make sure to like my videos, comments on some other things, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. That little subscribe button. Again, like you guys, without you guys subscribing, my channel wouldn't have gone this far, and let's just keep on going. So, above all else, this is Geeky Panda here on the Geeky Panda blog signing out. So remember, stay geeky, my friends.